Well, hello everyone, welcome back to Life of Wonders, welcome back to my channel. As you know, my name is Polo and I love making videos of dolls, toys and Disney collectibles. So if you like this kind of content and you'd like to support the channel, I always invite you all to subscribe to it, and that way you won't be missing out on any of my future videos. Today, since the first image of the upcoming limited edition Snow White doll has been released. She will be available at the D23 convention in just about 2 days from now. I thought I would share it with all of you. I will chat a little bit about it and I will share my thoughts and feelings, as well as providing a journey that will explore different takes of Snow White as a bride in doll form, um, from as far as I can go to the present day, in which I will include two dolls that are part of my collection. One of them is the 1997 Mattel take to reimagine Snow White as a bride, and the other one is a park exclusive, but also this came with a wardrobe set just around 2010 decade, I think. And anyway, so I thought it was the perfect time to share with all of you like these couple of gorgeous dolls. But first, okay, so having a look at the image of Snow White, I was just thinking prior to seeing this image, I was just thinking, what could they do that we have not yet seen, or something that could be new to celebrate the anniversary. And I thought, I don't know. I really don't know, because I was just thinking that they had released before Snow White as a bride with the platinum set, but then I had a look at the platinum set, and I think it's quite possibly the only set that probably she's not depicted as a bride, as opposed to all the other princesses. In the platinum set, she comes with the prince, but she's wearing this burgundy color, very ornate and beautiful gown. But it doesn't really feel like a wedding set. But the same platinum set with other princesses like Jasmine and Aladdin, Aurora and Prince Philip, um, Cinderella and Prince Charming, as well as Ariel and Eric. They're all presented as, like, getting married or as a wedding set. So then I thought, but I think I've seen before like this. I don't know, I think I've seen a wedding version of Cinderella, of Snow White, and then the Saks exclusive, the Fifth Avenue limited edition of 1000 came to my mind. And then I thought, yeah, I don't think she was dressed as a bride. It was a holiday special, although because the colors were like broken white, and you could actually picture her as a wedding um scene Snow White. But in reality, I think it was just it was never described as a bride or wedding Snow White. And this time I think it will, definitely, because she actually has a veil adorning or just over her hair, and it's screaming that. I can't see what it says on the box because it's a little bit blurred, but then we will be able to have a look at that later on. And so the doll looks super beautiful. It's the same sculpt that we've seen so far. And then the colors obviously are white, a little bit of gold, and just a tiny bit of red for that is going to be present on both sleeves, and the flowers or roses, I guess, that are holding the veil over her hair. And that is, I don't know, I like that it kind of looks simple. But again, it doesn't have to be incredibly heavy, and ornate or ornamented all around, which is the case of the sax one, which is very very beautiful, but it does feel like heavy and rigid, and and this one feels very very different in the way that I think that the materials used, quite possibly organza, will be much more flowy, and will dance beautifully, around this cult Cinderella, which is something I like for a change, because the other limited edition 17-inch dolls were having such heavy embroidery and such that they always felt a bit heavy or too rigid, even though all of them are beautiful, even the Shanghai limited edition doll. Um, but this one feels, yeah, feels that it's going to have a beautiful movement to it. And so basically, there's the veil. She will have two earrings that I cannot see, um in a close-up right now, but I know they're there. There's no more jewelry. I'm just having a close look at the hands, and I can't see a ring though. um but or maybe, yeah, I mean, maybe there's a ring, but again, as the picture is not the highest quality, we cannot appreciate it as much. But there is these bodies, and then the sleeves are the traditional sleeves in which we always picture as Snow White, these medieval looking, open, puffy sleeves, but these times they have elevated them to have this draping almost all the way down, and they seem to to be executed with the same organza material that will feel lightweight. And then the bodice is over the skirt, and the skirt will probably have like 2 or 3 layers, but the outer layer feels again like an organza material, something like that. And despite being this very lightweight fabric, it's all trimmed. All three things, like the veil, the sleeves, and the skirt, it has a lace trimming all around. And then I'm not sure if that is going to be embroidery, and if it is, it's quite possibly going to be the finest embroidery that I've ever seen on a limited edition doll, because it does feel very very fine, but it could also be like a foil print, similar to that one that right now is just coming to my head, the Ultimate Princess Celebration Tiana doll with the cape and the printed details on the cape. It could be that, but I think um it might be stitched or sewn onto the fabric. um I don't know, I think, but in reality I like it that it doesn't feel very heavy. So we are going to have that amazing movement, and I just love her. I love her. She does look very simple, but that is something that I always associate with Snow White anyways. So it isn't distracting me from the picture that I do have of her, which sometimes having whole new takes that's happened. Obviously with the Ultimate Prince Celebration, it's happened because it was meant to be felt like that. But even with the platinum set, she was supposed to be very fairy tale but very distant to the main image we have of her in the um animated feature film. So anyway, I love it. I don't know the quantity of it as yet, or the price, but I think it's a really really nice take. And now I will just share with all of you these pictures, in which, well, the first one is the Snow White Saks Fifth Avenue, um one of a thousand limited edition doll. She's just so beautiful. You could definitely picture her as a holiday princess, as a special edition, or even as a bride, even though it's not specified as such. And it's definitely so much more ornamented than the newer one that will be released at the D23. Um, but I very much like the one that they've created for this event, really, because it's just a different feel to it. But anyway, nevertheless, both of them are beautiful. Obviously, this one does not have a veil, and that is why I don't picture her straight away as a bride, but the other has. So this is the door. And then just traveling back in time, I think that the first take of the Snow White as a bride was for this set that was produced by Viking, and it's the Disney Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the Wedding of Snow White set. And I have to say that she looks quite questionable, uh and even like the outfit does. But anyway, this was released in the mid 80s or so, and I have to say that despite her looking a little bit questionable, the princess looked very cute and charming. And I don't know, just dressed so different as how we um well, not so different really, but I kind of like that they've incorporated him as a wedding, as part of the wedding set, and dressed in white, and gold as well, like, matching Snow White. I like it very much actually, and if I ever get this doll set, it will mainly be to get that Prince doll, really. And then the next picture that we have goes to 2005, and this one was directly produced by the Disney Store. And I have to say, I've always said this, I don't know what was going on throughout the decade. Well, I really don't know what was going on with the team of the creative team for the dolls prior to the 2010 decade, because yeah, these dolls do look very questionable as well in terms of the sculpts. And I really don't get it, because they were the Disney Store, and these were also sold at the parks. But I think that they recreated or changed the management and everything at the creative section of the dolls prior to the 2010 decade. And then they started releasing the classic dolls that we all know now, and we're very familiar with. And those are probably the closest dolls to the animation. So they made an amazing change there. And then they started releasing the limited edition dolls, the designer for the princesses, the designer fairy tale, and everything just unraveled after that, gradually. And by now I think that they're maybe the best looking and the highest quality Disney dolls that we can find on the market, in the market, I think. But anyway, I mean, they're dressed really nicely. I like them. It's just as the sculpts are like, what happened? I mean, it was 2004. It's not like it was 1987, but they still look very funny. Anyway, and then from here, I will just take it to the 1997 take on Snow White produced by Mattel. And then from that, I will show you my wedding Snow White from the parks, and I hope you like them. Well, and here we have these two beauties side by side. On this side over here, we have the 1997 Mattel take on Snow White as a bride. And on this side over here, we have the Disney Parks. I believe I bought this one in 2009. I got her in Florida. I think it was 2009. And so as you can see, they're very different to each other, similar to that difference between the limited edition Saks Fifth Avenue release that is very ornamented to the last one that is going to be presented at the D23. They're both very charming, but one is heavier, or it has more things around than the other. Nevertheless, they just look very, very cute, both of them. And yeah, I've always liked them so much, both of them. I have to say that I do have all the brides that Mattel released in the 90s, and I don't think I've yet shared them all with you. I think I might have shared Cinderella and the two versions that I do have of Belle, but I also have Sleeping Beauty and a Jasmine version that it's very rare. And if you're interested, I will make a video of all the 90s brides together. But today we're going to be having a close look at, again, Snow White. The Mattel version came with this stand that it's a pearly, it's like a broken white, a bit champagne color. It's the same color that we can actually find on the dress. It's not white as such, but it has this golden touch to it, and we can read Wedding Snow White. So that's a classic Barbie stand, and she's just so beautiful. I love her so much. As you can see, there's an improvement between the 80s edition of the wedding set and this one. The bouquet is so much nicer, and it's the only pop of color that we'll find, contrasting very much with this champagne color for her. She has this this veil that goes all the way down, but then it has this rather unique fishnet frontal veil that is all supported with this really nice hairband with three little pearls on the top. Then we have the Mattel sculpt of the time, which I find really, really cute. And as you can see, there are two little stars shining in her eyes, which is like super dreamy, because it's like, yeah, they're glowing. That's this there's that little bit of magic that characterize all the releases from the 90s, and later on that was lost. But anyway, I mean, they're both beautiful though. This is a sculpt that I actually very much like as well. um as well as, the last classic doll that has also been used for the limited edition ones, but this one was the first that they started produce that felt more like Snow White. So anyway, this is her. She has these earrings with pearls and this necklace with pearls as well, that is just super cool and feels so nice on her. And then the dress is one piece, and it has this very wide skirt part. There is the accentuated bodies that she has, the 90s Barbie silhouette, which I think it works pretty well for the case of Snow White. And then so there's this satin bodice that continues on these really big and wonderful satin skirt, and then underneath there is like this organza material. It's not quite tall, but it's like actually organza. She comes with these again, like champagne sort of like color classic pumps, and she even comes with underwear, which is pretty cool. And then the bodice has these lacy puffy sleeves that again, it doesn't distract so much of how we picture Snow White, but we've never seen her as a bride as such on the animation, or anything like that. I think that if we picture Snow White as a bride, it's been probably created, definitely, material that has been created in the new millennium. um so this was like a very creative take on it, and there is like this raffle color that it's also attached to the bodies, and then there are these couple of roses on the top, higher up on the bodies, and then these clatter of roses in this champagne color, scattered from the waist down, a little bit like that, which I think is very charming. I do love this take very much. I think she's super beautiful, really. And then we move on to this version of it, which it's really nice as well. So much simpler, but it kind of works very well with Snow White as well. And this is what I was referring earlier. There is this imperial waist that is very high, um, and that I kind of picture her wearing a lot of the times because it's very period accurate. It's actually more period accurate than this, and more period accurate than many of the releases we've seen really for Snow White. But yeah, I mean, so this is really cool in terms of, historically and all that. This version has a lot of glitter, even though it's kind of flowy, but it has a lot of glitter. And I believe that the wardrobe set came with another version of it, which this also has like this trim in a velvety material in pink, which I think is just so cute. But the wardrobe version came with the satin trim and ribbon, and then with no glitter. That's what I think. But anyway, that does look very, very nice to me. She looks very innocent and very cute. She has this tiara in gold, and the veil goes all the way to here. So not all the way down as this case for the Mattel version, but I think I mean, they're both very charming, and I do enjoy them both so very much as part of my collection. And I hope you've enjoyed them in this video, as well as the news of the new limited edition doll. And yeah, I'll keep you posted, like everything I can just share about the new releases, as well as like past releases that I very much love. I'm very happy to share it with all of you. So if you've enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will be more than happy to get back to all your comments. For now, stay safe, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye.